all beings are the same because they have a mind stream. The mind or the mind stream can feel pain, can feel pleasure, can feel happiness, can feel unhappiness. So all beings are the same when you look at it from the perspective that all sentient beings' mind can feel. Because all sentient beings' mind can feel, in that perspective, all sentient beings are the same. Having said that, although they are the same, when we look at them this way, to us, they have different relational dynamics, relational karma, relational interaction. Meaning, a mother, a brother, a friend, all three are the same. They all have minds. But to us, a mother, a brother, and a friend is different. Why? A mother in this life has done more for us, has been kinder to us. Therefore, we owe the mother something. Therefore, whatever we do for the mother has more karmic weight, has more karmic value. Below that is, for example, our brother, who we have strong karma with, but not as strong as with our mother. Then we have a friend. The friend's karmic interaction with us is even less than the brother, much more less than the mother. Why? Why is there, for example, if I give food to my mother, to my brother, and to my friend, I will collect more good karma from giving food to my mother. Less good karma to my brother, even less to my friend. Why? Because it's in relations to what this person has done for us. It's in relations to what the potential of this person is to us. Therefore, since each person's potential is different to us, the karma that we interact with them is also different. Everybody understand? Now, that's a very simple way of looking at things. Then, if there's a dog and we give food to the dog, there also is good karma, but not as much as the mother. Now, the mother gave us our body. The mother gave us knowledge. The mother protected us, watched us, sacrificed for us. And basically what we have is from our mother, for most of us. There are exceptions. So whatever we do for the mother, to the mother, from the mother, it has more effect. Similarly, there are many different types of people who will have different karmas with us. If someone takes the vows of a monk or nun, if a person takes the vows of a monk or nun, then whatever we do with that person has even more value than our mother. Why is that? Because an ordained person, a correctly practicing ordained person, can benefit you and others more than your mother. Your mother can benefit your body, can benefit your life, but that's all. But a monk, a nun, who is educated, who is practiced, who is sincere, can benefit you in this life, benefit you in future lives, and when you are benefited, you can even benefit your mother back. So therefore, the value of a monk in relations to karma is much more than your mother. So, then, therefore, if the value of a monk is that much, then on top of the monk would be your teacher. Your teacher, who happens to be a monk, who has studied, practiced Dharma maybe 20, 30 years, put in the disciplines, put in the effort, learn, and everything you're doing, your teacher sacrificed to learn the Dharma. So your teacher sacrificed everything you've done. Your teacher didn't become a monk at 50 or 60 or 70. Your teacher became a monk when they're very young. So they sacrificed everything that you would have done to learn, to understand, to meditate, to gain knowledge. So the knowledge that your teacher has is imparted and given to you for free. With compassion, with love. So when you learn from your teacher, you can see your mind transforming. People who sincerely make effort with the teacher and learn and listen and follow, sincerely. I'm not talking about just nearby all the time. They will see their minds turn. Because the only reason you have a relationship with your teacher is to transform your mind. That's the only reason. If you transform your mind, you can benefit the monks more. You can benefit your mother more. You can benefit your brother. You can benefit your friends. You can benefit everybody you meet. If you're close to your friend, maybe you can benefit some people, but the benefit is very less. If you're close to your brother, maybe your brother has some knowledge to give you, you can benefit people, it's still less. If you're close to your mother, that's wonderful, and you should be close to your mother. But what your mother can teach you is basically over. Once you grow up, after 20, you should move out of the house already. You don't live till you're 40 or 50. Once you're 20, you move out, you live independently. So whatever your mother can do for you is finished. So let's say for about 20 years, you benefited tremendously from this compassionate person called your mother. For the next 40, 50, 60 years, if you're fortunate, then you meet a teacher. The teacher benefits you for the next 40, 50, 60 years. And the teacher doesn't teach you how to eat or make money. The teacher doesn't teach you how to dress or clean. He shouldn't have to. There have been cases where he had to, but he shouldn't have to. Teach you how to dress and eat and groom. But the teacher teaches you how to transform your mind. When you transform your mind, your actions transform. When your actions transform, your karma transforms. When your karma transforms, the result that you experience will transform. I find that much more logical than anything else I've ever heard. Why? If you believe in a God, that's okay. But if you believe in a God, then you put the responsibility onto God. It doesn't matter what I do, how I act, how I think. As long as I accept God, I'm going to go to heaven. But if you believe in a karma theory, then you don't push your responsibilities onto a God, but you take the responsibility yourself. What's that responsibility? If I do this, this will happen to me. If I do this, this will happen to me. If you follow the God theory, if I do this, accept God, everything's okay. It doesn't make sense. So if we follow the God theory, where whatever we do doesn't really matter as long as we accept God, if we believe in that theory, then everybody who accepts the God theory must be at peace, must have answers. Wherever they live must be perfect. Whatever they do must be without fault. Whatever they engage in must be perfect. So if people who believe in the God theory and things are still not perfect and suffering and problematic and difficult, then that means this God cannot do what they think. So the God theory may not work for some people. Then you say, well, if you believe in the karma theory, we're still suffering, we're still getting old, we're still born in bad places. Correct, but that matches, because why? Where you're born, what you experience is from your own karma, not from a God. So if God created Earth, and the people and the animals and all the environment, if God created that, then it must be perfect. It must be very perfect. If it's not perfect, then we have to think, maybe it's not created by God. Because if a God can create, a God can control. If a God can control, then it should be perfection. Why would some suffer and some not suffer? There are people on the way to prayer or pilgrimage. They die. So what's my point? I'm not criticizing the God theory, no. What I'm trying to tell you is to take responsibility. The karma theory makes a lot of sense. Makes quite a lot of sense. Why? In one family, you can have 6 children. 5 can be very successful, 1 can be a monster. But same parents, same education, same school, same house, same background, everything same. 1 is a monster. Why? Different karmas. In the same family, 1 child can look this way, another child can look that way. Why? Different karmas. A father can give money to 4 children, each one come back different. Why? Different karmas. Some children work very hard, yet they don't succeed. Some don't work much, the money just comes. Didn't happen to me, but for some people, yes, it never happens to me. The money just never comes. Therefore, if you accept the karma theory, you will have more peace. Not all, but more questions will be answered. Less doubt, less depression, less sadness. Why? Because you take responsibility for yourself. Think about it. Some people say, well, God has created us and He gave us free will. Why? Why create free will when everything else is not free? It doesn't make sense. For me. Now, the Buddha has created a set of vows and rules for monks and nuns. The vows for monks and nuns are not something of a prisoned sentence, but it is actually something that helps the person to cut down all the outer distractions so they can focus inside. People always say, oh no, I'm not ready to be a monk. Oh, I'm so scared to be a monk. Oh, I cannot. You know what? I believe that you cannot. Why do I believe you cannot? If you never start anywhere, you never get anywhere. So I believe you cannot. When the monks take the vows, they take the vow, monks and nuns, they take the vow of serving humanity, serving others, benefiting others. So a monk's and nun's life at first must be study so they know the Dharma. Why? Why? If a monk and a nun understand the Dharma, their behavior will change. Wearing robes will be very easy. Becoming a good person is very easy because they have knowledge. So a monk and nun must study. After they study, during their studies, they must meditate. What's meditation? No. Meditation is whatever you have learned in your mind debate until it becomes very strong. The meditation I'm talking about. And then when your meditation is very strong, the knowledge and your behavior become one. When your knowledge and your behavior become one, when your knowledge and behavior becomes one, what happens is you talk one way, but you act another way. You tell people, oh, you must have an alert mind, but then the minute they look at you, you're sleeping. So when your behavior and your knowledge become one, you have entered into real practice. If your knowledge and your behavior are different, then it means you haven't thought about the teachings. If you don't think about the teachings, you don't transform. Once you transform and your behavior becomes changed, change in what way? You're more focused for others and less focused on yourself. Your food, your comfort, your money, me becomes less. When that becomes less, your karma changes. And when difficult situations come, you're able to accept, relax, and overcome. Whether you are a bodhisattva or you're an ordinary person, you will have difficulties. A bodhisattva sees difficulties as an inspiration to do more for others. An ordinary person sees difficulties as a reason to give up. Why do bodhisattvas see it as inspiration to do more? Why? Because they can see how much people create sufferings for themselves and they feel great pain. So they think, I must work harder. I must do more. I must teach more. I must explain more. I must help more. I must work harder. And not just this life. I want to come back and do. And I want to come back and do. So a bodhisattva who sees suffering is inspired by suffering to do more. An ordinary person who only thinks about themselves, when they see suffering, they don't want to see, they don't want to hear, they want to go yum chai. They want to look for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They want to go make a lot of money. They want to escape. And then they look, they say, ayo, like that, I give up. Giving up sounds very good, because when people give up, I don't think I want to chant, I don't think I want to meditate, I don't think I want to practice anymore, I don't think I want to do Dharma, I don't think I want to get involved in the Dharma Center, I don't think I want to do anymore, because they act like that, they're like this, they behave like that, they talk like that, they ask me for donation, they're rude to me. And a lot of people use that as an excuse to give up. But that's wrong. Then every time you see your son or daughter misbehave, you should give up. Every time you see your wife misbehave, you should give up. Goodbye. Every time you see your husband misbehave, goodbye. Why is it your husband, your wife, your children, your friends can misbehave, you don't give up? But in a Dharma center, if they misbehave, you give up. Because we're selective. So therefore, if you're not a bodhisattva, I'm not, and I don't think you guys are. I don't see any bodhisattvas. No, definitely not. I don't see any bodhisattvas, and I'm not a bodhisattva, but a good Dharma practitioner, a sincere one, also when they see suffering, they'll be inspired. You say, is that possible? It is possible. Let me give you an example. We have come across very good doctors, very good nurses, and we have come across doctors who are different. And we have come across nurses that sometimes can be nightmare nurses. I have come across nurses that are nightmare nurses. They poke you until nowhere to poke anymore. And then if you complain, shut up. Yes, I have gone to some hospitals in KL. I don't say the name because I don't know who's listening. It's on YouTube. When I complain, it's shut up. I don't feel well. Take your medicine. But I'm bleeding. Then you hold yourself. But I need to pee. Walk yourself. And then I've come to hospitals that the nurses are very kind. They're very caring. So, good doctors and good nurses in a hospital, when we see them, when they see you suffer and cry and feel pain, they want to do more for you. They research more. They find a way to heal. They talk to other doctors. They don't care. I don't know how to heal. Can you help me? They don't care. They lose face because they want to heal you. And then the nurses that see you suffer, they're inspired by your suffering. They want to help you more because they're kind. They're real nurses. Then you have the nightmare nurses. They look in the room. They see you. They close the door. See you later. God. I met some nurses like that. They see me close door one because I'm very vocal. Anything wrong, I complain. So there are people, like doctors, ordinary people, who when they see other people suffer, they work harder. And they're inspired. So when we give up, it actually means we're very selfish. It's very simple. So if you say, yeah, no, I'm selfish, I'm like that, I'm selfish, that's how I am, you shouldn't be proud. You shouldn't tell people I'm selfish. You shouldn't tell people. Why? Because you saying you're selfish is actually a way to cover and stop them to criticize you. It's not you really believe or care you're selfish. Because if you believe and care and you know there's karma, then from selfish there'll be bad result. Of course you don't want to be selfish. So when we're in a Dharma center, it's like a hospital. There are people who get well. They get very well. And they come, they listen to the Dharma, their minds change. And there are some people in Kechara Hospital that don't get well. So what should the doctor do? Kick them out, empty out the bed, put the new patient there? No, this hospital cannot kick out one. Unless they catch you trying to burn the hospital, they'll have to kick you out. Something serious. So therefore, there are people who have more compassion for others due to them seeing other people suffering. So if a doctor can see another person suffer and feel motivated, we can practice Dharma and see more suffering than sickness, mind suffering, relationship suffering, financial suffering, and feel compassion. And instead of giving up the Dharma, we do more Dharma. Have you ever gone to a Kuan Yin temple? Think about Kuan Yin. All day long, Kuan Yin stands on the altar, like this. Very gentle and white flowing robes, right? And all day everybody goes to Kuan Yin. Give me a car, give me a girlfriend, change my wife. May my husband stop looking at other ladies. Please help me have a safe trip to America. May I immigrate to Australia. May I hit the 4D. All day Kuan Yin gotta listen to this. Every day, all day, nonstop, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. For the last 1,000 years, Kuan Yin gotta listen. But every time you go to the temple, do you see Kuan Yin going, I give up? No. Because if Kuan Yin says to you, she give up, you also give her up. Why you pray to something same as you? Give up so easy. Why? Why you pray to Kuan Yin? Kuan Yin, go inside. What's wrong, Kuan Yin? I'm depressed. What's the matter, Kuan Yin? Manjushri say, never mind. Everything will be okay. I know samsara is very difficult and your students are monsters. Never mind. Come, let's go have yum chai. I don't think so. Okay? So if you go to Kuan Yin and you see her complaining or you're making prayers to Kuan Yin, you're sitting there making prayer, 1 hour prayer with incense, you're so good, so pure. You're praying for 4D, so holy. Give me 4D, give me a boyfriend, please give me a girlfriend, and make sure she has nice teeth, pray. 1 hour. Then you look at Kuan Yin. How do you feel? Therefore, if you're in a Dharma session, Dharma teaching, Dharma whatever, and you're sleeping, how does it show other people how you are? Then simple. Kuan Yin never says, I give up. Kuan Yin never says, I see so much suffering, I can't take it, I'm depressed. If she says that, you lose all hope. Similarly, for us, we must follow that direction. We cannot give up. If we give up, we influence many people in the wrong way. And when we see people misbehave, say, how can you act like that? You're in a Dharma center. How come you act like that? You're so close to Rinpoche Wat. You act like that, maybe Rinpoche is a monster too. Well, actually, Rinpoche is a monster, but not that type of monster. Oh, you act like that, like that. I heard this for the last 20 years. What did you ever think? You go to the near the doctor, inside the doctor's ward, you see 20 beds, some is dying. Oh, the doctor like that's so bad, he's dying what? He's 100 years old. What do you want the doctor to do? The guy's 100 years old. It's not the doctor's fault. So if you go to a hospital and you see sick people, some die and not get well, it's not always the doctor's fault. The doctor maybe try everything he can. So let's bring that back to the example I want to bring your attention to. If you see monsters around Rinpoche, it doesn't mean Rinpoche didn't try. It doesn't mean Rinpoche didn't give them teachings and love and compassion and help for many, 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 many years. It just means that they don't have the karma to receive. So the Rinpoche keeps them near him so they don't become worse. Sometimes around High Lamas, even in Tibet and India, they have very scary monster students, rude, arrogant, obnoxious, greedy, thief, stealing. The Lamas keep them near. Do you know why? If they set them free, they'll be worse. It's like having a dog who likes to bite people, keep near you, otherwise he'd bite everybody. It can be like that. So there are many ways to look. So if you come to a Dharma center, you meet a monster, you should say, I'm at the right Dharma center. Why? If you come to Dharma center, you meet rude people, not nice, mean, lazy, sneaky, always trying to get donation from you for themselves. Right? You shouldn't feel discouraged. Let me tell you why. You say, I'm at the right place. Because if this Dharma center can keep this kind of people, keep their attention, it must be this Dharma center is very compassionate and very kind. You should think of another way. You come to the Dharma center, everybody's number only tall. It's so good, you go by. How to be like them so good? We're talking about reality. Now, when a monk takes vows, every single day the monk holds his vow, he will generate a tremendous amount of merit to make his Dharma work successful, to make his meditations successful. And over time, the monk will transform faster than normal people. Why? Because of the merits generated from holding the vows. I repeat, and listen carefully. The merits generated from holding the vows will support the monk's practice and meditation, so the monk will transform quickly. Hence, a monk who holds their vows very well and sincerely, if we show respect, we help, we assist, we collect a tremendous amount of merit. If we say negative things about the monk, if we don't show respect, or we break our samaya, or we promise the monk something we never do, or even we push the monk to the point where he has to scold us, then the karma you create is very heavy. Why? How come you can go to the Buddha and offer a light, and then you collect merit? But if you take some poo-poo, and you throw at the Buddha, you don't collect back karma. So if you make offerings to the monk, you collect merit. If you hurt the monk, you collect negative merit. It's only logical. If you help your mother, if your mother's sincere, my mother was not, then you collect merit. If you hurt your mother, you don't collect merit. There are exceptions. Cannot be only one way. So if you help Dharma Center, Kechara, any Dharma Center, you help, you assist, you donate, you clean, you volunteer, you collect merit. But if you go out and you criticize the Dharma Center, say bad things, say negative things, you collect bad merit. Because we believe, I think Chinese believe, if we serve and help a temple, it's good for our kung, for our merit. Then if we hurt the temple, it's also bad for our merit. If we hurt the temple, it is bad for our merits. Does everybody understand? So, you think carefully. Merit and demerit goes two ways. Merit and demerit goes two ways. It has nothing to do with the Buddha, because the Buddha is compassionate and never gets upset, never gets hurt, no face. But what we do can bring us good or bad. So if our mother is very patient, our mother is very loving, we say bad things to the mother, she still smiles, Just because she don't become angry doesn't mean we don't collect bad karma. Because the karma doesn't come from her alone, it comes from our side. Does everybody understand? So, in the Buddhist tradition, once we've taken refuge, the highest object of merit is our teachers. Then the Buddha, then the Dharma, Sangha, and then our parents. Then our partners, then our friends. So by right, what our partners say shouldn't matter. What our gurus say should have more precedence in our minds. By right. For those who follow all the way, they will gain attainments. They will gain transformation. So therefore, tonight, I made offerings to the monks. Some of the monks and nuns are my junior. In the monastery, I don't have to do this. My assistants will do it. But this is a different situation. When we make offerings to the monks and nuns, we generate merit. And the merit, we dedicate it. And we dedicate the merits to the growth of our Dharma works. It will work. Whether the monk actually prays for us or not, it doesn't matter, because it's our view. Example, in the sky right here, I don't think there's a Buddha. But if I believe there's a Buddha right here in front of me, and I prostrate, I offer incense, and I talk to the Buddha, I will get blessed. Why? Because the Buddha has that power, but it's my confidence and faith in the Buddha. So like that, whether the Buddha is here or not, it doesn't matter. Whether the monk pray for us or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is from our side, we make offerings. Today, I received an SMS from Irene, she's one of the liaisons, who told me that the monks and nuns will be coming. I don't know who they are. She told me 33 people are coming, 33 Sangha. I said, oh my God, 33, it's a KO. And KO, on behalf of Kechara House, is going to offer food and dana. I said, oh, that's beautiful. Many monks come to Kechara Oasis, our restaurant. We offer them dana many times. The chief monks of Brickfields, Sentul, all that, they all come. So I said to Irene, okay, what's their plans after this? She said she doesn't know. So I said, why don't you invite them to Kechara House? So she asked, and she texted me back later and said, yeah, they're going to come to Kechara House around 5, 6 o'clock. Then around 5, 6 o'clock, I find out it's not 33 monks, but 16 monks and nuns. I said, oh, okay. And then I find out that they're arriving. And when they arrive, then 5 of the nuns had to go to another center to invite the older monk who wanted to visit us. I said, okay. So in between, I had my POs. I'm preparing gifts. And the numbers kept changing. We were arranging 33 gifts. Then it became 16 gifts. Then it became 16 gifts and another 10 extra gifts for lay people, their assistants. So tonight, it was very quick. We couldn't invite anyone. We couldn't send message out because it was last minute. But the assistants, the POs, and Carmen, and Cameron, and Nicholas, they worked very hard. Kechara Care is connected with Ladrong. They take care of everyone. Gifts, accommodation, help, assistance, information. They work very hard. My POs, which is, of course, Paris and Sumi included, they work with me all the time. Example, Brian, Ethan, Albert was there part of the time because, they ran out of food at KP. Anyway, Albert came over, and there was about 6 or 7 of us, and we had to film a message for one celebrity in America, a Dharma message. Then we had to film another message for another one in Hong Kong. Then we had to write letters. Then a few people requested, what's my sadhana that I have to do every day? What's my special Buddha and special sadhana? So we had to compose some sadhanas. I had to compose, and my assistants wrote it all down. Some special prayers for the special person. And recently, I've done some special sadhanas for people. When they did it, they got some results. They told me. They were very happy. And then, we had to write letters to a man in Japan who has 300 acres, and his family there wants to build a retreat center, Zen and Tibetan Buddhism mixed. So he asked me for help, if I can assist him in that. So I had to write him a message. So we were working the whole night. And then 4 or 5 days ago, I found out a young boy's in coma. Very, very poor thing. So they did divination in the monastery. They said that we have to give him Amitais initiation. I gave an Amitais initiation in the hospital for the boy. I think you saw the blog post. Then some people who joined the Amitais initiation, I called a few people. They wanted to do more meditation. So that same night, we did a Dharma talk, and we filmed it on Amitais. So basically, we worked from around 5, 6 p.m. till the next morning, 6, 7 p.m., until the next morning, 10 a.m. straight. Why? Because these things are very urgent. And towards the end, it was Brian and Paris and me working till 11 a.m. And now, after this, we need to go back and work all night again because we're coming out with a new edition of the Promise book. So Brian, who worked very hard, went to the monastery along with Shin and interviewed some old monks. These old monks are in their 70s and 80s. They were my previous life students. So they interviewed these old monks to ask them about how I was in my previous life. So the old monks gave a lot of information about my previous life. So they recorded that. It's like 2-3 hours of footage. I have to listen to all of that. It's all in Tibetan with a Malaysian translating. Think about that. Talk about mixed up rojak. Then we have to extract the information because these information is for the old monks and they're very old. So not many people know about my previous life anymore. So we have to extract that information. The other day, me and Paris and Brian, we did it. That's why Paris's hair looks like that, because she hasn't slept in 2 days. Really. I'm not kidding. I mean, usually it looks quite out of it, but today is extra out of it. So we got to go back tonight and extract the rest of the footage, translate, write it down, compile it. It's about 4 or 5 pages. And then give it to KMP department to redo the Promise book so the front will have more information about my previous life. Because when we came out with the first copy of the Promise book, we didn't have this information about my previous life. We found out from the old monks. And the old monks they make you cry. I was watching, listening, they're talking about me. And they're folding their hands. One old monk keeps my picture near his bed, and he sleeps. He says, I want to keep my guru near me. Can you imagine his faith in his guru is for the last 70, 80 years? Never. Here, they see Tamarin's picture. Sometimes, because I'm a monster. So tonight, we got a lot of work to do. What I'm trying to tell you, my POs and the Ladang people work very hard with me. Why am I telling you that? Because recently, due to a few people's kindness and dedication and hard work and connections, one of them is Mr. Kechara Oasis, I'm able to stay in Malaysia permanently now. No more problems. So now that I can stay in Malaysia permanently, I'm going to work very, very hard. You're going to see my face everywhere. You're going to see me on the YouTube, which is over 1 million views. You're going to see me in newspapers and posters. You're going to see me everywhere. In a few years' time, everywhere you go, it's going to be Temrimchi, 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 Temrimchi. Do you know why? Because we need to do that to create KWPC. And I'm perfect now to be on billboards and newspapers. Look at me, slim and beautiful. I'm only 136 kgs. So light. I was 138, I lost 2 kg. I'm very light. Look at me. I walked down the street, they asked me if I want to model. I said, model for what? Orthopedic chairs. So rude. I thought maybe Versace, no, orthopedic chairs for people too fat to walk. So you had to sit in an orthopedic chair, they push you. I said, what kind of modeling is that? And they wanted me to do a slimming ad. I said, oh, really? Yes, you're going to be the before. Can you imagine? They want me to model and be the before and lose the after. What a slap on my face if he's the after, huh? If before like that, after like that, what happened? So they asked me to model slimming ads before and orthopedic chairs. These days when they say you want to model, I say no. I know it's going to be something rude like, oh, we want to save the whales and we're going to take a picture of you because you could be a whale. Oh, I'm so afraid of that. Well, if they want to take a picture of me and save the whales, I'm going to call Albert, Lou, and the 3 of us can be the 3 humpback whales. Gimli cannot fit, she's just a dolphin. And so many of you are working so hard in the Shapten Kong. Thank you very much. And all the revenue of the Shapten Kong will go towards building KWPC. Because before you even see we dig the land, we have to pay the contract, we have to pay the land surveyors. We have to pay the architects. And you know, let me tell you something. For the architects and the land surveyors for KWPC to even begin your project, to start drawing, checking the soil, you need to put $5 million in escrow. They don't even do anything, right? You need to put $5 million. Why? They don't want to do all the work, draw the plans, draw the map, take the dirt, cut some things. They ain't no money. They're afraid because the project is huge. Before they even do anything on KWPC, we have to put in $5 million escrow. My private office is working very hard. The liaisons are working very hard. And we're going to work harder because I'm here to stay. And I'm going to push for what we want to build. How can you help? Volunteer. Be committed. Don't make complaints. You don't like this person, don't like this person. I'm busy, I got my children. You know what? You cannot spend your whole life, your children, your company, your business, your children, your company, your commitment, and you're old, you die. What's the point? Do you think you were born to pay bills? Do you think that's the purpose of your life, to pay bills? Do you think you were born just to take care of a few kids? You think that's the purpose of your life? So when you tell people that I'm busy, I can't do Dharma, I can't volunteer because I have kids, because I have commitments, I have to work, I have to pay bills, you're only fooling yourself. You will join the other 20 billion, 60 billion, 80 billion people for the last 2 million years who just come, have baby, eat, and die. You must fit Dharma in between. We have a Dharma center. You have a teacher. I know the teacher is not the highest class one, not grade A, but grade B. You have a teacher, you have a Dharma center, you have Dharma people. We have 4 people who committed to be a pastor. We have knowledge. Everything is here for you to practice and do Dharma. So if you say your whole life is to pay bills and take care of children, you're fooling yourself. It's you hiding behind laziness. It's very simple. And when you work for Dharma, whenever the temple calls you, whenever the Dharma center calls you, whenever your Dharma brothers call you, it should be the highest precedence or importance, more than normal friends. Why? Normal friends only eat, yam chai, go to gym, play, girls, fun, boys, that's all. But Dharma work is much higher. If you do Dharma work well, you can pull your friends up. If you run with your friends, you pull your Dharma down. Now, how can you help? Volunteer in the departments. Assist. Give your knowledge. Don't think you're doing the Dharma Center a favor. Think the Dharma Center is doing you a favor. I need you now. Do your pujas. Attend the Setra pujas every single week without miss. You like the Chinese one, you go Chinese one. You like the English one, you go English one. Same. Setra speaks both language. You know why? Because Setra works for United Nations. Attend the pujas. Do you know why? The pujas will help you. The pujas will help others. It's free. Whoever works in the different departments, we have over 110 full-time staff now, work hard in departments. So you do your pujas. You join the departments. You volunteer. You help. You go on the blog. You read the articles. You write comments. You create. You go on FB, Facebook. And you create awareness. Everything I'm doing is creating awareness. Why? I don't want to be famous. I lose my freedom. I lose my privacy. But it's not about me and what I want, is it? It's about what we want to create. So, get involved. And don't be like this, up and down for Dharma. Do you know why? Because Dharma is the best thing you've ever found in your lives. You know why Dharma is the best thing in your lives? Let me tell you why. Because Dharma will teach you to forgive, will teach you to become a compassionate person, will teach you to take difficulties, will teach you to forgive and love and let go and be generous and transform. Dharma will teach you how to repay the kindness of your parents back by doing Dharma work. Dharma work will teach you how to be a better mother, better father, better children, better son, better daughter, better friend. You say, but I can learn that anywhere else. Fine, then you're a Buddha. So if you're a Buddha, I better put you on the altar. Move over to Tsongkhapa. Give it your all. Don't send me emails and messages. I want to do Dharma Rinpoche. I plan to do Dharma Rinpoche. I want to create the causes to do Dharma Rinpoche. I will do Dharma one day, Rinpoche. When? When you put me in the stupa and I'm dead? When can you do Dharma? Now. You stop making excuses, cannot do, no time. Why? Now. Now you do the Dharma. Why should you do the Dharma now? Because I'm alive now, you're alive now, we're in the Dharma Center, we've met, and we have a relationship. That's why. Otherwise, when you want to do Dharma, go to my grave site, go to my tombstone, and put some chicken and alcohol there. Rinpoche, give me Dharma Tao. Yeah, I give you Dharma Tao. I stick my hand out and strangle you. I'm here. You're here. We have the Dharma. And guess what? In case you didn't notice, I speak perfect English. Perfect English. Perfect. So, what do you want to wait? You want me to import a Lama here who speak only Tibetan? Now is the time to do Dharma. Today we made offerings to the monks. I want to explain to you why we do offerings to the monks. Otherwise, think why? Today, I didn't give you an extensive explanation of why I give to the monks offer. I didn't give you I gave you a short one. You know why short? Because Irene brought them 5 hours late, lost the old monk. I had to wait on the street. I'm hungry and frustrated and tired and hot. No, I'm just kidding, because it's late. That's why. That's why we make offerings to monks. So from now on, Kechara House, you tell everybody, make a lot of offerings and do it well, like Uncle Lai, the way he does offerings. It's beautiful, sincere from his heart. Never talk, clean, pour, and then make prayers. Uncle Lai is one of the best people I've ever met. Very nice gentleman. Make more offerings. Do more pujas in puja house. Raise funds. Get involved in our activities. You know, when we have the events and activities, get involved. And when you're doing event, when you volunteer, don't walk in like this. I'm here to save your event. No. Walk in like this. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to dedicate marriage to my mother. Thank you. That's how you should do events. Now, do pujas. Do it well. Make offerings. Set up. Medicine Buddha. Do it very well. And remember, during the puja, you're holy, you do the mudras, you ring the bell, you're so good. After puja, you scold people, you're rude, you're mean, your mouth not nice. No, this is not puja. Then whatever you do during puja, afterwards, you wipe out. I'll give you an example. Okay? Give me a David. My first contestant of the day. Like, oh, David, you're such a good person. I love you. You're my best friend. Thank you for supporting me. Please, can you help me, drive me? He said, of course. Then 10 minutes later, I come back. Then how will he feel? Does he want to drive you? Like that. Thank you. Let me take it back. Yeah. So when you tell the person nice things and you turn around, you slap them, you scold them, they're not going to help you. Same with pujas. You tell the Buddhas, I love you, Buddhas. You're wonderful, you're enlightened, bless me, I want compassion. Then you turn around, you scold the other people. You hurt the other people. You're evil. Then you hurt the Buddhas. It's like slap the Buddhas, because you treat the Buddha's disciple like that. That's why the puja is very good. But after the puja is more important how we act. Very important. Very important. Keep your samayas and promises to your guru. Whether you see your guru once a year, once a day, it doesn't matter. It's your integrity. Keep your samaya and promises to your guru 100%. It will build integrity. The merit will be very powerful. Do your practices and sadhanas that you've gotten every day. Don't miss. If you don't have a sadhana, please do Lama Tsongkhapa. If you don't know how to do Lama Tsongkhapa, on my blog, on the left column, on the homepage, I did a video by the ocean. You can hear the ocean and my melodious oceanic voice. Watch the video and learn. Don't watch once. Watch once, you know everything. Next time I see you, ask you a question. Watch the video at least 5 times, carefully. Not when you're on, you have your 10 browsers open, chatting, playing, looking at girls. No. Everything turn off, offer some incense, and watch the video. Watch the video. And learn. Do Lama Tsongkhapa every day. And if you want our center to move forth faster, let me give you the secret. Everyone should do a lot of Miktema, study the Lamrim, and do a lot of Setra. Some people in KL these days say, we shouldn't pray to Setra. He's not enlightened. Wrong. Some people I heard in KL, other centers say, we shouldn't go to Kechara, we shouldn't pray to Setra. Setra not a good one, belong to bad one. What? I heard. They must be jealous of our boogie because we're beautiful and cool. They say like that, Setra? Oh my God. The Dharma protector of Ganden Monastery for 600 years that Lama Tsongkhapa himself installed? If he's not a good protector, then this guy's a clown. Hello, clown. You put the wrong one in because some other centers say you're wrong. The monastery of Ganden, built by the king of Dharma, Lama Tsongkhapa, put this protector in Ganden Monastery. Who has gone to Ganden Monastery with me? Raise your hand. Who has gone there? Did you see Setrap's chapel and prayer there? Yes or no? The monks do Setra Puja once a month. I do with them. And when they have a big project, they want to build something, they do more Setra Pujas every month. From morning 5 a.m. to nighttime 10 p.m. Every month for 2 days, they do Setra Puja. Big one. Big Setra Puja. And thousands of monks sitting there reciting, Om Maya Cha Cha Soha. When you go there, you cry because the energy is so powerful. If anybody tell you Setra, tak boleh, you say boleh. If anybody tell you Setra 不要, yao, 很好. Boleh, 很好. Malaysia boleh, Setra boleh. Samramji extra boleh. This is a Buddha. He is Amitabha. Anybody say anything else? That's it. Wrong. Say no. Why like that? Because what you say crazy already. If someone says to you, your mother is a very bad lady, and you should throw her out. Nope, nope, never. Some people just talk crazy one, etc. That's why I put it here for you guys. I didn't put this here for me. Do your Ganden Hakyama, do your Miksama every day, please. Do your Setra black tea every day and come to Setra Puja, never miss. Never miss. And volunteer, help, assist, and think. May I collect a great amount of merit by doing this? May I change and transform? And may I understand the Lamrim? Some more, study the Lamrim. Understand the Lamrim. Don't read and, oh, I finished. Understand the Lamrim. Then we will move on. It's been wonderful to see all of you. I didn't expect all of you to be here. I just wanted to come make monks' offerings and go. I'm glad I was able to share a little bit with you. And today's Dharma talk, the essence was why we make offerings to monks and nuns, in short. Have a good rest. I have many articles on my blog. You go to the different categories and you listen up and you read up, you will learn more. The purpose I put on the blog is to disseminate and share information as much as possible. One last chance, any questions?
I'd like to ask if you can give a short explanation about how the offerings, co-offerings, and neutralized offerings.
That's easy. Physical offerings is when you have the material resources to engage in the practice of generosity and the destruction of miserliness. Because when we're miserly, we create the causes to take rebirth as a spirit, as a very poor person, or for things to go down. So physical generosity with its limits, meaning you don't give everything away, then you're on KSK for food every week. Okay? With its limits and within your boundaries, within your practical boundaries, when you do physical offerings, it helps you to generate a tremendous amount of merit, and it helps you to engage in a practice of generosity, supporting something that's good, and all the effort you put into what you're giving, all the effort is not wasted. If you put all your energy into work and you make money and you invest it in just a car, just a house, just a property, then you wasted your energy. You wasted the years, you wasted the energy, all the effort. Why? The car will be destroyed, the house will be destroyed. Your FD will be taken away. Your property will be gone. Your name will be gone. So all the effort, hard work, you got to get up early in the morning, you got to go to the office, you got to put up with coworkers, you got to put up with politics, problems, difficulties, you got to put up with obstacles. You have to put up with so much problems in your job, and you have to work for so many years and decades, and the result of that work is lines on your face, ill health, and then all you have is a few cars, a few trips overseas, a few houses, a few girlfriends for some of you people. And then what happens? The girlfriend says bye-bye when they find someone better. The car is destroyed, is gone, disintegrates, becomes old. The house falls apart, becomes owned by someone else. And so your whole life work is only that result. So you work so many years, 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, all you have is an apartment. That's your result. And anytime the apartment can be taken away, you have a medical problem, have to sell the apartment, take care of your medical problem. Anytime it can be taken away. But when you use your hard-earned resources to offer a candle to the Buddha, to offer incense to the Buddha, to offer a tanka, to make a statue, then all the people who benefit from that statue, the merits go back to you, and it continues. So if you offer someone a Lamrim book, and the person studies Lamrim and their mind changes, the changes they have in their mind, for example, if they become a better person and they hurt people less, every person they hurt less and that continues comes back to you, and the investment goes on into your future lives. So if you sponsor a monk, if you sponsor your lama, if you sponsor a Sangha, and the Sangha studies, becomes a teacher, becomes a meditation master, becomes beneficial for others, every single person that the Sangha helps and benefits, it's because of your financial resources. So you working so hard in your job resulted in this Sangha, and the Sangha can benefit so many people. So the merits increase. It never dies. Imagine the person that sponsored Shakyamuni Buddha. Right now, all we're doing, the merits go back to that person, if he's not a Buddha already. Imagine the people who sponsor Shakyamuni Buddha. Imagine the people who sponsor Tsongkhapa. Tsongkhapa is a monk, Buddha is a monk. Imagine the people who give their money, give rice and food and clothes to Tsongkhapa and say, please, study Dharma, practice Dharma, meditate Dharma, become a Buddha, and teach us. Then when Tsongkhapa teach right and he benefit us, the sponsors even now benefit, but their houses already gone. Their horses are gone. So Tsongkhapa sponsors don't have cars that time, 600 years ago. But their horse carriages, their horses, their property, everything gone. But what they sponsored in Tsongkhapa, we are still benefiting. And if someone didn't sponsor Tsongkhapa in Ganden, you and I would never meet. Does everybody understand that a little? Discuss this in your classes. Mr. Ngao, Pastor Ngao, you understand? Discuss in your classes. So if someone didn't sponsor me, if someone didn't sponsor me when I was in Ganden, I had people sponsor me. Give me money to buy food, buy my Dharma tax, give me what I need to study, to practice, I wouldn't be here today. So even till now, whoever sponsored me, the merits go back to them. but your house will be gone. Your car will be gone. Rinpoche will be gone, but Rinpoche's teachings and your transformation will not be gone. That's why we sponsor the Dharma. And you say, but Rinpoche, I don't have a lot of financial resources. I make 2,000-3,000 ringgit a month and I barely make ends meet. How can I sponsor? By volunteering. By using evenings and weekends to volunteer in the Dharma, always. So whatever you volunteer, whatever you help in the Dharma Center, however you help, and the center improve because of your contribution, then whoever the center benefits, the merit comes back to you. But if you spend time yum chai every day with your friends, when the yum chai finished, everything finished. You don't get anything from it. Sometimes they're not even your friend next week. Think. Your time is worth more than your money. Money can make, time cannot make. So if you volunteer and help and work in the Dharma Center and stop making excuses, everything you contribute to the Dharma Center by your work, it will benefit other people. Myself and my liaisons didn't get together to create a center because we're bored or we want a club. Trust me, I'm not bored. I don't need a Dharma Center to entertain me. Trust me, there is no entertainment being a Dharma teacher. I have to go for secret psychological counseling. And I'm healed. My doctor's name was Dr. Tsongkhapa. And he had a great nurse, a little bit fierce. I don't take my medication, I get a slap. That's a nurse tetrapla. So whatever energy and time you put in the Dharma and you volunteer and help, the time you put for your girlfriend, you put for your boyfriend, you put in disco, you put in work, you put in fun, in yum chai, once you put your energy and time there, when it's over, you get nothing. Even you come back even more frustrated. How many of you go to club, look so good, go there, hope someone come back with you, you go home alone? And you're like, why did I go to the club? And the whole week you're on a diet. Whole week you go to gym. Whole week you go for facial, fix your hair, fix your makeup, fix your muscles. You go to the club, you walk in, I'm gonna go home with somebody. Yeah. And then the girls walk in. And the boy look at her. Another boy, and you high price lah. Then the girl go home alone. Then what's all the energy you spent in the club, in yum chai? What did you get? Oh, but I share some time with my friends. Sometimes your friend needs help. Of course, go help your friend. This one not a waste of time. Oh, but I went to dinner with my mother, spent some time with my father. Yes, that's very good. But you don't tell people, oh, I go home to spend time with my mother and father, and along the way I give them my laundry, I get some money, I make them wash my car, I get the maid to fold my clothes, and then I go back to my apartment because I went home to spend time with my mother. I've heard that before. You go home to spend time with your mother, you do her laundry, you clean up, you wash the dishes. You clean, you make sure your mother's happy, and then you go home, then you spend time with your mother. You don't go home, have the maid do everything, your mother do everything, and your laundry, and give some money to you, and then you go home, you tell Rinpoche, but I spend time with my mother, I have to. That's not spending time with your mother, that's parasiting off your mama. So, when you spend time in volunteering the Dharma, do Dharma work, do blog, do writing, cleaning, anything you do for the Dharma. Listen, anything you do for the Dharma, anything. The effort goes into a collective center, and the center collectively benefits others. And when people's lives change and people's minds transform, and it's because of the center is because of you. Then when their minds change, they affect more people. They help more people. Their family become better. Their situation become better. And when they all become better, it goes to other people and other people and other people. Then the merits all come back to you. It's never wasted when you help the Dharma Center. If it's wasted, I won't be a monk. That's number one. Number two, if you donate to the Dharma Center, it has more value than buying clothes, going for a trip. You go for a trip. You go trip somewhere. You go Thailand, here, there. You enjoy, enjoy, come back. What do you get? Nothing. You still have the pool and eat in Thailand. Same thing, what? Same thing. You come back, what happened? Nothing. Still the same. Just $3,000, $4,000 less. But if you give the $3,000 to the Dharma Center, pay for a stipend for one of the employees, help in one of the events, donate to help clean, electricity at the center, anything, then this merit will continue. So how do you want to spend your time? How do you want to spend your resources? How do you want to spend your time and how do you want to spend your resources? Depending on the knowledge you have. And today, I give you some knowledge. I'm not criticizing you, no. How can I criticize you for something you don't know? I'm giving you knowledge. And tonight, I feel a large group of people understand why help the center, why donate, why contribute. I can feel the energy that a lot of people understood. That's why we contribute to a Dharma Center. And if you go to a Dharma Center, you meet some people who are not nice, impolite. Remember the hospital scenario. Because we will meet people in the Dharma Center not nice. Sometimes even the guru is a monster. Yeah. But that doesn't mean the Dharma is bad, doesn't mean the center is bad. It just means that person hasn't changed yet. Forgive them and look for the Dharma more. Practice more. Instead of them pushing you off the Dharma, you should practice harder to pull them up. Instead of being uninspired and pulled down, you should be inspired and pull them up. Stop blaming other people for your problems. You inspire them and pull them up. The more they make problems, the more they're sticky, the more they're not nice, the more harder you work, the more effort you put in, the more you transform. Why? The best way to change another person is you change. If you change, there's a higher chance they will change. If you're successful and you have results, there's a higher chance they come back to you. They can run away. They come back to you. Why? They know what you say is correct and what they say is wrong. Success proves what we say is right or wrong. Results. How do you want to spend your time? With results, long-term benefit, or short-term result, short-term benefit? How do you want to spend your time? How do you want to spend your money? Your apartment, your house, your car, you need. Get it. Beyond that, help the Dharma. And when you don't have resources, and you really don't have resources due to previous lives' stinginess and miserliness, if you really don't have resources, then you make the offerings from your heart. You make good wishes, you volunteer, you help, you give your time and effort. That will be the same as someone giving resources. It will be the same. Why? You can only give what you can give. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do this, how to help. Well, go and learn. Learn how to help. Never go to your Dharma Center and the departments, never go to our departments and the department heads, the liaisons, and say to them, I don't know what to do. Help me. You tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Look, they're just like you. They're ordinary human beings. It's just that they're more devoted and committed. You tell them how you want to help. You tell them how you want to help. And when you help, go all the way. Keyword, good motivation, consistency, completion. Another ringgit. 2 ringgit. Motivation, consistency, and completion. Completion means result. That should be your moral of your life in whatever you do. Good motivation, then it makes the work powerful and it reaches out to more people. Selfish motivation, it reaches very little people. Good motivation, consistency in doing it, not giving up, and completion. Result. Good result. then people will respect you, you will feel good, and you will see your mind transform. Do you know why your mind transforming? Because when you have result, you have self-worth. When you have result, you have self-worth. When you have self-worth, you're kind to everyone. I feel like Oprah Winfrey. In my studio, I got a sofa too. There's a big difference. She makes $299 million US dollars a year, and I get free food. Well, that's all right for a monk, free food. Why not? And trust me, I've gotten quite a lot of free food. I believe in waste not, want not. Good question. Does everybody understand the answer to that good question? Good. Put your time and your resources and your money into something that has long-term value. Due to the karma that you have to survive, you have to eat, you have to have shelter, you have to have. Of course, you must take a portion of your time and resources toward self-sustenance and self-support, of course. Everything that Madame Chua has done in her life, when it's done, it's done. Everything that Madame Chua gives and helps in the Dharma, it will continue. It's for everybody like that. That's why I'm a monk, because I have a human body, I have intelligence, I have a body, speech, and mind, and my faculties are all right. I want to use my body every day for value. That's why I became a monk. I want to get value out of my body. I like value for money. That's why I became a monk, because I want to use my body for the highest benefit and value I can get out of it. I don't want to use my body for relationships and fun and making money and business and trips and going around, entertainment, parties. I don't want to use it for that. Because why? Then I'm wasting it. It's like taking my money and throwing outside in the garbage. $4. That's why I became a monk. That's why I do Dharma work. That's why I listen to my teacher. That's why I have a Dharma center. Because I want to use 24 hours of my human body until I die for Dharma. Then when I die, I have a lot of FDs to take with me to my next life. Karma FDs. You think about that. That's why anything you do beyond the Dharma ends, it's a waste of time. Anything in the Dharma gives you value for your body. And you didn't get your body easy. You had to collect a lot of merit to get your human body. Because there are people in the hospital with tubes down their throats. They cannot move, they cannot read, they're unconscious. Some will never wake up. Look at you. Look at you. That's why I don't treasure sleeping. I try to sleep as less as possible. I try to do as much Dharma work as I can. Because until this body rots away and dies, I want to use it and get the most out of my body. That's why the Buddha said, the Lama Tsongkhapa said, Kechara Chang said, the 8 freedoms and the 7 leisures of a human body is very rare. And this configuration will come very rarely. So if you use your body for anything else, I'm telling you the truth, and with respect, you're wasting your time. I don't mean any disrespect. I don't mean your life is a waste of time. I don't mean your children and your house and your work is a waste of time. I'm telling you the ultimate truth. It's a waste of time. Because in the end, you're old, you're wrinkled, your kids are grown up. What did you get? Nothing. Your kids get nothing, you get nothing. And your kids continue to do what you wasted your whole life for because they watch you do it. You pass on them a waste of time. You educate them, push them, get the best job, get the best money, buy the best car, marry the best girl, marry the best boy, have a son, and then you push them to do exactly what you trapped yourself in. And then you say, I love them. And then you say, I love them. You push them to trap them in what you are trapped in. Not because you're evil, because you don't know. So your kids who grow up just like you, 40, 30, 40 years old, wonder what's the purpose of life, why they're unhappy, why they're divorced, why they feel bored. You push your kids to do. That's why a lot of my senior students have brought their children to do Dharma work, so that their children will grow up different. If you want your children to grow up different than you, you have to be different. If you're not different, your children will never be different because they watch you. Value for money, everybody likes that. Especially, we Malaysians love value for money. Got sale, every Malaysian there. Don't even need the thing, just buy because got sale. Malaysians love sale. In Malaysia, even go Singapore. Takashimaya got discount now. The salesperson, look. What is this, Pasar Malam? That's okay. I like a discount too. I like value for money. But did you ever think about value for your life, value for your body? I taught you how just now. The teaching that I just shared with you is profound. It's very deep. It's profound and deep because I'm drawing from the Lamrim directly, as spoken by the perfect Buddha Tsongkhapa. Value for your money is Dharma work, Dharma activity, Dharma transformation, Dharma contribution. So go all the way. Everything else will be gone. But the work and the merit and the contribution for Dharma will continue into your future lives because karma follows your mind. You all believe in spirits and ghosts and hantus, and we see it, and they're real. This one, I'm not going to joke. They are real, okay? They are real. If spirits can exist, it means spirits were humans. So if spirits can exist and they were humans, it means a spirit can exist outside of your human body. That means you don't need your body to exist. You can exist with a body or without a body. Simple. If you can exist without a body, there must be a force that pushes you towards the next existence. It must be the force of your actions, which is called karma. Why some people become spirits, so some people go to better places. If you believe in spirits and you've seen spirits, it means your mind can operate and exist outside of your body. If your mind can operate and exist outside of your body, then that means one day you will leave your body. If you will leave your body and you can still exist, it must mean that there is a next existence after this body. Very simple logic. So if an ordinary person like us can become a spirit, why can't a Buddha exist? So just because you cannot see a Buddha, at this moment doesn't mean they don't exist. Same thing for the rest of you. Just because you cannot see spirits doesn't mean they don't exist. But you have seen people who've seen spirits, you have seen people or heard of people who've seen Buddhas. So therefore, if spirits can exist, you can exist out of your mind, out of your body. If you can exist out of your body, there's an existence after your death. If there's an existence out of your death, who controls that existence? A God? A Buddha? If there's a God, there will be no spirits. Why would any God allow you to become an evil spirit? You? It must be you. So therefore, if you believe in spirits, you have to believe there's an existence outside of your body, after your body. If there's an existence after your body, then why do you focus all your energies on just your body? Because the existence after your body is longer than the existence in your body. So is it more smart to put more energy into your body and its comforts, or for the after? And if ordinary beings, even their spirit dogs and cats, can exist, then definitely Buddhas can exist after their death. And if spirits can harm you, we're so scared of spirits. Some people get spirits to harm you, give you accidents, scare you, right? Or push things or knock things, create accidents or touch you. If a spirit can touch you and create accidents and hurt you, And they have that form, they have that ability to touch you and move things. Why can't a Buddha? Why can't a Dharma protector? If spirits can enter people and take possession and smoke cigarettes, say vulgar things, drink alcohol, why can't Satrap take possession of a monk and tell you the future and help you and bless you? It's all logical. Good. 다소 지린 사비 개만디 단단조 군당 가만당 제바제 송도선 잡아예 담비 모리는 사시에서 전제 선조는 본지 만체 반의 지기지 제반의 범에 마양 권의 권의 배워서 돈이 동화된 본지 만체 반의 지기지 제반의 범에 마양 권의 권의 배워서 개만디 느들다 라마 산제 들근에 로아 지게 말로 바데 살아고 마셔 취지제보 통과바 취지 넘버 배바바 긴진치마 시완단 취지 말로 담아서 다단 지선 두선단 대외 전이 라데네 제월로선 잡아예 담바 유림바 주지 가리 대외 코르 신강디에 팬데메 말로 주원 千里星光，天生加州以下边是流跑的天主。